the short story of what I do is that I help organizations build capacity to get money. So all of the things I'll be sharing, see, all the things we've been learning yesterday, I think we've been here since yesterday, right? This is when the boot camp opened. We want you to be change agents. We want you to go back to your community and transform your community. If you don't have fuel in your car, the car will not move. At the end of the day, we need money to take do impact, right? You want to sew 3,000 clothes. You want to sew clothes for 3,000 children. You need cash to do that. You want to do shoes for 400 children to go back to school. You need money. And sometimes, even if it's not the physical cash, because we have something called grants, in-kind grants. So someone can even donate the material to you. But it costs the person money. So that money, the 120,000, was counted and registered the organization. That's the first step. And two, structure. I don't want to dwell more. For those of you that were in snitch, you know I talked about impact strategy. I don't want to waste our time because since yesterday they've been telling us about problem and solution. So there's no need for me to come again and still beat the drums of problem and solution. So I go straight to the next phase. The first one was impact strategy. By now, you should know that you need to pick the problem, map the problem, and all of that. So we go straight to structuring your organization. So when Chidozie, the last speaker, was talking about documentation, this is what he meant. Documentation is not for the fun of it that you have reports, it's to show proof. Proof of work. Because if you're writing a proposal, you should be able to tell the funder in your proposal what you have done over the years. And if you have not been tracking it, you will sell yourself short. So if you started trashing properly, say 4 years ago, for instance, do you know in exact terms the impact you did that first year? If you do not report it and you do not track, you will lose touch of your stories of impact. If you did not report how some of the girls that you taught in, is it about Inewi, Oka, if you don't report it that maybe you taught 300 girls, and track to say out of these 300 girls, 40 of them now have shoe shops, you sell yourself short when you have the opportunity to get money. So that is the essence of reporting. You're keeping reports so that you know per time the extent to the change you're creating, and so that you are able to demonstrate to any stakeholder, whether it's a donor agency, whether it's government parastatal, the extent of impact of the organization, so that you don't sell yourself short. Because you see the thing about money, everybody is competing for the money. Just the way you have an NGO that you are very passionate about, there are other people that are 100 times more passionate than you, that are ready to give their life for the work you do, also writing for the same funding opportunity. So at every point in time, you must put your best foot forward to present your case why your project is really needed part time. It is about your manifesto. Let me call it because we know what the manifesto is. That is what your proposal is. Your proposal, whether it is written or it is verbal, you're going to for a visit to the member representing your constituency to talk about your project. It's a proposal. There are certain elements that will be there. And you as a person, you as an organization, there are certain structures that will be functional in your organization. So why trying to grow? Why trying to grow your organization? There are certain strategic decisions that you will start to take. And the first thing is to structure your organization beyond CSC. Victory taught us about building a team. And now one of the things I want you to recognize is that everyone has a role in the organization. You have volunteers, 5 people. There are 3 roles, or let me just say 2 key roles, or 2 dimensions of function in your organization that you must pay attention to. The first one is programs, and the other one is administration. You must have them separated, distinct roles that are clearly spelled out, even if your organization is just starting today. Meaning, if you are functioning fully on volunteering, you have friends, colleagues that just join you to go to community to do your work. Know their strengths and know when you can play effectively. If you have people who are they pay attention to detail, they can track, they can tell you that January 2nd, you transfer 20,000 to this woman. That person pays attention to detail and will do well in administration. So when they are volunteering, let them volunteer on that role, playing an administrative role. Admin officer. I know we like big names because here I was hearing director of humanitarian affairs. Me, I never be director of for the last 10 years I've been working. So like when you call yourself a director of humanitarian affairs, you must show the credentials. Then you create your solution. And in simple terms, I don't want to go into the stress of the logical framework or result framework that Chiyoze talked about earlier, because it's not a 30-minute conversation to explain that too, what it helps you do. But in simple terms, your project is made up of a project goal, objective, and activity in the most simplest structure. So if you're doing a project and your project is just mentorship clubs for children, it's not a project because that's just an activity. You have not defined the objective of that project. You have not defined the long-term goal or the long-term impact that will happen as a result of that project. You just hold on action with no direction. So the objectives and the goal gives direction to the work you want to do, explaining the change that will happen. So all of this, I want you to think about your project from the perspective of change. I know most of us do activity-based programs. We just want to go clean the gutters. We just want to go and provide trash cans. But what is going to change as a result of that action? Objective is the same thing as outcome. You heard a lot of us talk about outcome, outcome, outcome. Outcome in simple terms is change or improvement. So now that you understand the problem, what needs to improve? What improvement do you need to bring to that community to address the problem in a sustainable way? In a way that it will bring about something big, it will really create improvement in the experiences of community members in day-to-day life. So whatever project you're going to be pitching tomorrow, whatever project that you're going to be going back to your community to do, you must define the goal, which is long-term. And think of your goal from the perspective of the SDGs. Are you providing quality education, providing access to quality education? Are you reducing child and maternal mortality? Are you reducing poverty level or unemployment? Goal is long-term, meaning in the long run, this is the big picture that this project will be contributing to. So when we were talking about her project of building the capacity of young girls in Aba, the long-term vision was either reducing the level of poverty for those young girls or creating livelihood opportunities for them. Long-term, they will come out of poverty. So that is the ultimate goal. But now, what is the objective of that activity that she was doing? Teaching them. She was building their income generating capacity, strengthening income generating capacity through skills development. So that is what will change. An ebook on grant proposal writing blueprint that shows you everything about writing a proposal. There are examples there of a proposal, call for proposal by US Embassy. You see details, how to do your analysis. There was a tool I customized called the ABC triangle. Shows you how to explain. So by the time you go through the book, the entire ebook, you'll be able to understand more how to articulate your proposal and even apply for funding. So I will send that to him.